It was finally time to indoctrinate a new member. This one's name was Breno, and while the concept of death was truly terrifying to her, they also ignored dissenters. So they were given the name Bree the Faithful.
Welcome to eternal servitude.
Bree the Faithful immediately contributed to the cult by requesting that I allow new members to join, except for one small problem. They were both starving. That's okay, I could always use more followers, and I'm sure we have plenty of food. The first one's name was Ajoltre. He was gullible, naturally obedient, and against sacrifice. We'll see about that. He adopted the name Hej the Loving. The second one's name was Trigregre. Yeah, that's right, Trigregre. His only trait was sickly, so he promptly named him Treg the Sickly and gave him a suitable sickly look. After the starving pair was indoctrinated, I figured the first thing I should do is prepare them a nice warm meal. Except we in fact did not have plenty of food. You two get one berry bowl. You can fight for it, whatever, I don't care. And then it hit me. We had the perfect solution for this. A ritual fast. Nobody in our flock would need to eat for a full 3 days. This would give me plenty of time to work out our minor food situation. Wow, that is so adorable. The flock seemed happy to prove their faith by fasting. Upon leaving the temple, I began blessing our flock, and then Fairgrade took a massive shit. I guess I'll clean that. And then Ante the Doubter approached with another request. Oh my god, what do you... Ante informed me that he just wanted to say he loved me, to which I replied, I know.
Now get back to work.
The new cult members seemed to be enjoying themselves, and Bree was happy to see her request fulfilled. Fairgrade's request was also complete. Now it was time for some fun. It was time to possess Valor the Miner with a
demon.
Valor's screams echoed throughout the cult as his body contorted into the Orcus demon, though the cult didn't really seem to mind at all. Now it was time for a more relaxing task.
Slaying that heretic scum, Leshy.
And with that, we were off to the Darkwood. We were promptly greeted by Bushhead, aka Bishop Leshy, who said it was time to end this, and that I would witness true power.
You're already dead.
You should have known better, bitch. After slaughtering that pathetic heretic trash, I proceeded to rip his heart from his corpse. Hey, Veller, check it out. Still beating heart of a heretic. Pretty cool, right? Don't let Veller the Miner's demonic expression fool you. He was indeed quite impressed. After stuffing Leshy's heart into my pocket, it was finally time to head home. But not before another quick check-in with the one who waits. The one seemed very pleased with our violence, stating,
Nice job, little homie. Nobody spills that sweet heretic blood like you. Keep up the good work and slaughter every single one of them.
And with that, we were heading back to the cult. The flock was pleased with my victory, and they were all inspired by the still beating heart in my pocket. I noticed Valor the Miner's exhaustion, and he had served me well while possessed with a demonic entity. Get a good night's sleep, Valor. That demon earned it. With that, we collected some divine inspiration, and then proceeded to unlock some better sleeping arrangements for our flock. Before I knew it, it was the dawn of a new day. A day with one less heretic scum. I held a sermon to preach about my glorious victory to the cult. And then, I used the still beating heart of that pathetic heretic trash to empower myself with omnipresence. Upon exiting the temple, we began our divine duty of blessing our followers, two of which were so pleased they bestowed us with slabs for a new doctrine. Returning to the temple, it was time to strengthen our religion and way of life. I decided to invest in the afterlife trait, and then I was faced with an important decision. Should my flock believe in sacrifice, or should they believe in the afterlife? Well, nothing good is ever obtained without some sacrifices. With that, we concluded our temple activities and got back to our day. It seemed Bree the Faithful had yet another request for me. Bree stated that Veller was a picky eater, and it would be hilarious if he literally ate shit. I was shocked. Veller had done so much for me. Back-breaking labor, demonic possession. Of course I'll do it! Are you kidding? But first, it was time to check in on Frog Guy, the next of the 4 bishops we had to slaughter. Through the power of our faith and will, the cult opened the door to the Onura, a new land housing countless heretic scum. It wasn't long before we were greeted by Frog Guy, aka Heket. Heket called me a pathetic, sniveling, vile puppet to the Red Crown and told me my followers would suffer and starve. She then somehow summoned Thaw the Stubborn, who was reasonably confused by this turn of events. Heket proceeded to curse Thaw with starvation. With that, I immediately returned home to remedy this situation. Luckily, we had a fair amount of food on our hands thanks to the recent fast. I prepared several meals and saved Thaw from a painful death. Treg the Sickly approached me after cooking and requested I build a lumberyard and a stone mine so that the cult may grow rich in resources. Getting real tired of these requests, but fine. I'll go to the Darkwood, I'll get the lumber we need. Well, this ended up working out. Not only did we get the resources we needed, we also rescued a new creature to brainwash to indoctrinate. Yeah, indoctrinate. With that, we returned home, collected our divine inspiration, and finished up Treg the Sickly's request. Now stop bothering me with these or I will murder you in your sleep. Nightfall was fast approaching, so we held another sermon. And then it was time to indoctrinate our newest member. This one's name was Brion. Brion was a zealous germaphobe. At least they won't listen to dissenting scum. He adopted the name Turg the Loyal. We already had one Bree and that was enough. Welcome to the cult, Turg. You sure do look happy.
Now tend to the farms or I'll cut off your ears.
With that, it was a new day, and I was quickly running out of time to make Veller eat poop. So we headed over to the cooking station, and I whipped up a bowl of our finest feces. Veller didn't even question my request, and I watched with amusement as he eagerly consumed the defecation of the entire flock. Whoa, buddy, you feeling all right there? Might want to go lay down. That was hilarious.
You ate shit because I said so.
With that, we blessed the flock and received slabs for a new doctrine. Back at the temple, I decided it would be best to continue mastering the mortality of our flock, and we once again invested in afterlife. We were forced to choose between a ritual of resurrection, which could bring back our followers from death, or a ritual funeral to honor those who have passed. Easy choice. Resurrection! With this new ritual, my flock could never escape me.
Not even through death. You will serve the Lamb for eternity.
This called for a celebratory bonfire. Congratulations, everyone. You can now serve me for all of eternity.
Whether you like it or not.
Upon heading outside, I was quickly approached by Bree, who, once again, wanted Valor to eat poop. You expect me to put him through that again? He's barely recovered from the last time, and he has done so much for this cult. Of course I'll do it.